Okay.
Oh, no, it says your stream is paused. That was the worst possible timing, Kyle.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's okay. Don't worry.
We are professionals.
We got this.
It was right as I pushed that button. The stream is now disconnected. That's what we get for letting Kyle run the show. All right. Welcome, everyone, to a SWTOR edition of BatShtCrazy podcast. We were thinking, this is brainstorming, with our retrospectives, as we're getting into season 4, things are getting crazy. There's a lot of content there. And we want to do it justice and not just watch a few recaps beforehand and then try to pull from our memory. So we're going to do more of a deep dive. I might even actually rewatch the season to make sure I have everything down. And we are going to do those, I think once a month is what we're going to try to aim for. And then the other 3 weeks, we'll just keep it light. We'll do some Flashpoint discussions. We have some good topics lined up today. Nothing crazy deep, but yeah, if you want to get in on the comment section, do it. Ask us questions. We'd like to hear. Star Wars or anything else, doesn't matter. We're here for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to try to figure out what we're going to do Flashpoint-wise. And then we're going to jump into a discussion on Arkham Shadow, which we have some thoughts on.
Arkham Shadow, give me your first impressions.
Okay, so I guess I'll start with the meta quests in general. Meta Quest 3. So I have the 2. I was apprehensive about getting the 3. Wasn't sure how much better it was. Kyle shadow dropped that he had the 3 for some time now and didn't tell me. Don't know how that never came up. But
I still
so
don't
that
know.
gave me the confidence to purchase it. So I did. And out of the box, it is a way better unit. It is comfortable. I bought the Elite strap, which if you have a large head, get it. Out of the box, it's okay. I would say it's 50% more comfortable than the Quest 2. But the Elite strap puts it over the edge to where I can wear the thing, and I'm like, oh, this is actually not bad. It's nice. So I highly recommend that if you have a large head. I know it's like $69, and it's like, maybe you can find an aftermarket a little bit cheaper, but it works good. It's nice.
Amazon everything.
Amazon everything. I also bought the better version, so I can't quite. Kyle has the other version though, so maybe he can let into that too. But as far as the display, looks really nice. It's kind of a similar interface. Nothing's changed too much. Controls are better than they were. What else? Yeah, so getting into Batman, I jumped in there. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. It's highly immersive. Looks, I mean, you're in a VR game, so it's not looking like you're as good as your PC games will. But it looks really nice. I had a little problem with getting sick. You need a lot of space to play this if you're going to walk around. And by a lot of space, you should probably just go outside. Seeing as I was streaming this, well, not streaming it, but recording a video, I couldn't go too far from my PC. I was casting it. So I was kind of confined to a smaller area, and I found myself having to just use the thumbsticks to move, which you can. It's just your brain takes a while to make that connection. And I got kind of sick the first time I went through this game. It got a little bit better as you go, and from what I've read online, the more you play, the more your brain will rewire itself to being able to handle that sort of change. So if you struggle with it, I was always prone to motion sickness even as a child, so it might be worse for me than most people. But that being said, combat is fantastic. I was wondering how they were going to incorporate the Arkham style into this.
Yeah, you move as you punch, as you throw a strike. And one of my favorite things is the off-screen counter. How easy they made that to just like lift your arms and you can counter from enemies unseen.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Man, I was just really blown away at how they somehow transitioned it, almost in my opinion, flawlessly. But let's talk about. So it is really immersive. And so the first time you really get to be Batman, um, one of the first things I noticed was parked in like a loading dock was the Bat boat,
I
and then
know.
all of a sudden I was like, man, I want to drive the Bat boat. I've never wanted the Bat boat so bad in my life until I saw that thing. I was like, oh man, Arkham Bat boat. Um, but I think I was watching a little bit of your gameplay. I didn't get to watch the whole thing just yet. But did you make it to the point where they do the bird's eye view cutscenes? What did you think of those?
I don't think I have. At
Okay,
least it's
all right,
not
it's
ringing a
coming.
bell. As far as
So
like
one of
on
the
top of a
cool
building kind
things,
of thing.
um, no, you're not really. So one of the things the game's going to do, is you're gonna start getting in-game storied cutscenes, and like they're not all interactive as if like you're sitting across the table in an interrogation chair or something like that. These cutscenes are a bird's eye view down of a room, an alley, a building, a street, and you get to see like Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent interact with each other, or Bruce Wayne and Gordon interact with each other. And so there's a side story that's being told at the same time as you're playing the Batman game. And I thought they did that so super well when I watched it.
Yeah, the only cutscene I had was the very beginning one. So I haven't. I was trying to go back and get that um one of those rat totem things, and the one with the electrocuting
Oh
floor.
yeah.
That's where I left off.
Yeah, I love that they just replaced Riddler trophies with freaking rat things.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like the way you can throw them and just grab things and chuck it. And I like the bat vision, being able to toggle it on by touching your head. That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's like you activate it by touching your cowl.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to release the gas pellets yet?
No.
Oh, so that's equipment found in your gauntlet, which is really cool.
I got the batarang. That's pretty cool.
So where are you in the game? What has happened so far? What's the last thing you did before turning it off?
Um, so I have. I think we need to go around. I rescued the cops, fought a couple mob groups. From there, I was basically pulling those platforms down that you have to keep going up higher and higher. And then I
Hmm.
went back to get that last rat totem. But yeah, that's where I am.
Okay.
Played
So you haven't even gotten into
about an
like
hour.
you haven't even finished your appetizer yet. You're not even there.
No, that's where I started getting too hot and sweaty, and I was starting to get sick, and I was like, I better not push it.
I told you, man, you move around with this game.
Yeah, ideally, I really need to use the thumbstick, so I'm hoping my brain will get used to that. Which I think it started to, but I think the heat was. I need to get a fan, big old box fan. I wasn't sure if it had a mic that was going to be picked up while I was playing, so I didn't really talk as much as because I couldn't tell. I was just pulling in the audio feed. I couldn't really see if it was actually recording my audio, but it did. It was quiet, but there actually is a mic there, so maybe I'll do a little more talking. Yeah, I've been watching YouTube in bed the last couple nights with the headset on. It's pretty nice.
It's
Looking up
nice,
at the
right?
ceiling. So relaxing. Having to strain my neck.
Oh, one of the games I played on my Oculus on the Quest 3, and it was completely seamless. No issues whatsoever. I didn't notice any difference in performance. Was Elder Scrolls Online. I played that on the Quest headset, no problem.
Huh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see they have the. Did you try the Skyrim VR yet?
I haven't tried Skyrim VR yet, but I have played Skyrim on like the movie theater screen. it's pretty cool because you can download all your mods to it, just like you would have.
Yeah, so Skyrim VR, that's like full. You control hand and like sword in hand, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't played it, like I said, but I think so.
Sure, it is. Maybe we do need to get something first. I'm just standing there at the door. Let us in.
You mean we have to do the mission? Nobody told us we had to do the
Let's just
mission.
Qui-Gon Jinn this thing.
All right, so let's talk celebration. Celebrations this weekend.
It is.
Are we going to attempt to watch any of the stream? And what are you like? I know we talked about this a little bit already, but like, what is it you're hoping they announce? What is it like realistically? What do you think?
Well, that's the thing. Realistically,
Yeah, what are you hoping for realistically?
well, I hope for a new animated show. I honestly don't care. And like
I mean,
your
we're
text
getting
the
one.
other
That's
day,
pretty much confirmed. We're getting one. They just
when you said you were
announced
surprised
it.
about my decision of choosing the High Republic, that was, it wasn't like it was a, I want that over everything else. It was just slightly above. I would take anything. They were all pretty equal, honestly. I wouldn't mind any of them. But yeah, I hope it's a big long show and it's not just another Tales thing. Not that it's bad, but I want expansive show on whatever they choose. It's probably going to be fine as long as it's not more clone stuff, clone focused stuff. We don't need more of that right now.
Well, what if it is clones? What if they're force feeding us clones until the bitter end? What do you hope clone wise it might be?
I mean, if it has to be clones, I want a Rex show.
Yeah.
But that's still probably last on my hope list because he could be incorporated into so many things. I don't think he needs his own show necessarily. You could do a Tales version with him. I think if you just do a 6-7 part series, I think that would be enough to do a lot.
Like a Tales of the Resistance or something like that.
Yeah, like I don't mean fine with him not even doing like the other Tales of the Jedi where it was skipping around different people. Just do I'd be fine with a mini series just on one character if they just started doing that. Like, let's just give you 6 or 7 episodes of like Rex thing and move on to something else. That'd be fine. Doesn't have to be jumping around. But aside from that, I assume we're going to get more look at Ahsoka season 2.
I hope so.
I feel like we have to at this point.
Something.
I assume there'll be a new trailer, which we can definitely react to. And react to everything. I'm not sure if we can watch it live, but we could definitely discuss it.
I think primarily for me, I would what I realistically hope to hear is a Jedi 3 announcement for Cal Kestis. I want. I'm not saying I want the project. I am saying I want an update on the Rey movie series. If it's going to go forward, what their plans with that is.
I should bring me down.
If they decided to nix it and place it something else, or if they're changing focus, changing view.
That has to be nixed, right? I have heard nothing on that in a long time. Not even rumblings.
They have a panel scheduled for Mandalorian and Grogu, so I'm hoping we'll see our first trailer for that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that movie's even gonna be. I think for Star Wars Celebration, what I want the most is just for Filoni and everyone just have a roadmap and a plan laid out that seems reasonable and not just like flying by the seat of their pants kind of thing.
Like a Marvel style type of timeline.
Yeah, like, give some hope to the fan base that like, okay, we have some things going for you. You're gonna like them. Here's what we're trying to do. Be patient with us because we're trying to rebuild this franchise, and if you stick with us, the payout's gonna be great. That's kind of what I want the message to be. That we know things have been bad.
Sure.
And here's why you should come back. because of this XYZ. And I think that's why they're partly doing a lot more of Tails stuff, because it's easier to get out and do a good job with. I think that's kind of their way to appease the fan base while they try to salvage either the projects that were already going and or working on new things entirely, which is a good way to do it. But you can't live on Tails forever, obviously. So hopefully they have a big announcement would be nice.
If we got another lawn animated show, like you said, High Republic, but like if you could pick another like prequels era, original trilogy era, or Resistance sequels, like where would you put a animated series? Which one would you
Well,
like?
the reason I picked High Republic and my first pick would actually be Old Republic. I'd love to get an Old Republic show. I mostly just want that because I want a new story entirely, just free from everything.
Sure.
I want to see what Dave can do with a clean slate, so to speak. And that's kind of why. But if it had to be something established, I would. If they're gonna retcon some Star Wars stuff, which we could very well see that happen. I mean, that's not out of left field if they did. I would prefer a Luke after Return of the Jedi, and just what happened in that. Like, if we're assuming, let's just retcon the whole new movies. I would like to see the building of the temple, him training, all that stuff. Would be a really cool show, and you could do a lot of rebuilding the Order with new Jedi. We get new faces, not stuck. You get Luke, but Luke and Ahsoka could be involved heavily, which would fit Dave's character perfectly, and you could even interweave it into the Ahsoka show somehow. You could do a lot with that, which I think would be cool. Assuming they retcon, which if they're gonna do it, I think they need to do it soon.
Yeah.
Unless they just do a retcon where they just pretend it didn't happen. But I would think they just need to say those are just standalone movies, and everybody would cheer. Hope I wasn't paying attention.
I think you're right. Everyone would cheer. I don't think they'll ever do that. That doesn't feel like, because there's no history of that. There's no past example of them doing that. Not really, except for 85,000 novels and comics. But they've never done a screen oopsie doopsie. I'd be really down for them
repair your
to
stuff.
tell another to do more with this time period they're kind of developing, because we know there's some kind of crisis coming, right, with Thrawn and the Night Sisters and Dathomir and all that stuff. We know there's something coming, but maybe if they could create an event that was still a story worth telling, that also kind of explains why Luke is the way he is in the sequels. Like, nothing's ever going to fix the sequels, but if they could at least make them kind of make sense,
I think that's a dangerous slope, though, because that might just make things worse. And I don't know if they want to risk that.
Can it get much worse, though?
Well, no, but I also don't know what the point of that would be. It would just be easier to retcon. And I don't think Dave would care about that either. I don't see who would be stopping a retcon at this point with Kennedy gone. It's not like they're continuing on. They could easily axe that Ray series if they haven't already. Who knows if that's even... I don't think anybody's going to cry about that. I think it'd be worth it just to save Luke's character alone. If Luke hadn't been done so dirty and it was more salvageable, I would say go ahead with maybe a better version of Rey. But at this point, I don't know. I think just try to give us the Luke we want and don't adhere to crappy movies. And if anybody watching on either Twitch or YouTube, if you can tell me how to rearrange Discord video feeds, that'd be much appreciated. I tried for 10 minutes and can figure it out for next time. It's kind of bothering me still. Also, if you'd like to join the Discord, link is on the YouTube page. A lot of fun over there. Chat with all of us directly. Tell us your thoughts, your theories, whatever you want to talk about.
Make fun of Zach.
Make fun of me. Preferably not, but you can. What else did you? What do you got? What else happened to you this week? Anything cool, exciting, worth sharing? Whoa, I like this mount. Man. I haven't seen this one in person. Oh, it's so cool.
Well, Emily turned 33 yesterday, so we had a little bit of cheesecake and did balloons and stuff.
Wait, get back here. Get back here. Get back where we were. Where are you going?
I'm coming. I'm right here.
Look at this purple version. I haven't seen that yet in person.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool. You don't have to be all intimidating.
I love the way this game does purple.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We got a new dryer today.
Oh man, new dryer.
I know. We've been air drying our clothes the last 2 weeks. So super happy to have one back.
Just wouldn't wear clothes.
Right. What else did we do today? Or this week?
Isn't there
not really much. Not much. Birthday in a dryer, that's it.
All right. That's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, do not live an exciting life. I don't know what to tell you.
So what happens when you get to your 30s, boys and girls? Oh, I'm gonna need to add you as a compadre.
Texting you my name. I panicked. Actually, no, I tried like 35 different combinations of the first
You did
name,
panic.
and nothing worked. So I was just like, screw it. It's kind of like when your character was running around with your last name.
Well, that was my legacy name, the like overarching one. So I had to figure out how to change that, which I did. Okay, should be good now. Yep. Promote leader.
Yeah, I don't even have a lightsaber yet. I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby. We can just run through your quests. I'll go to you.
Cool.
How do I go to you? That's gonna be the other question. Where are you?
I am on Tython.
Tython. You know what I mean. Where is Tython?
I can't tell you because I don't have a ship, so I can't look at the galaxy map.
Is that you? That's me. Why do I not see you? Oh, wait, there you are. I think. Yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay. Oh, and if you're not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do it for me. So close to 500.
So close to 500.
You guys are still meditating. Cool. Yeah, my character here is I actually was surprised this name worked. This is one I just kind of popped in my head all of a sudden. I did not expect it to work at all. So I was just kind of haphazardly. I was like, that sounds kind of fun. And I was expecting it to not work, and then it did, and I was like, oh, okay. It's Xander Kane. Surprised that's available, quite honestly. But he's a very goody two shoes Republic trooper who
he's gonna get along with my Jedi.
Yeah, and he's a massive flirt. And his companion always hates it when he does. Every time I do the lay on it thick, he just like, I disagree with this. And last time I was making sweet, sweet love, he's like, I'm leaving the room. But then he didn't. So I was like, maybe he's into it.
Maybe he's into it. Hey.
It was weird because it was like, I'm leaving, and he started walking, but then the cutscene happened and he was still in there. It was kind of like just right off to the side. And I was like, well, whatever floats your boat.
What kind of weird things are you hoping to hear about? Like, I thought it was cool that we got those book announcements, The Master of Evil. I mean, still very excited for that. My hype has not died down over the last couple of days as far as Star Wars books.
So you want me to give him a specific book response or just something weird in general?
No, just like weird in general. I mean, or books. If there's a Star Wars book you're hoping somebody's going to write.
Star Wars books seem to just, I don't know. I never even think I want some of them until they just like somebody comes out with it randomly and it's like, oh, that's a great idea. What random thing would I want? Star Wars the musical.
Star Wars the musical.
No.
Written by Alan Menken.
What would I want?
You stole my bad guy.
We're dead. No. What weird thing would I want? You know, I'd like a Cal Kestis book.
You mean more than just a novelization?
Mm-hmm. I want a full-fledged well, I guess that would be hard because of you don't know what the next game's going to do. So maybe not. But I was thinking maybe like a time jump. But they might already be doing that for the next game, so who knows? Maybe that wouldn't work out. After the next game comes out, and if he's still alive. And I think it'd be cool. Sure. Let's do a random adventure with old Cal.
I think it'd be cool to see a series or some kind of culminating format that's like, I don't know, it's just called Survivors or something. And it's like all the survivors of Order 66 and the Inquisitors and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool.
I like the Charlie's. I've been watching a lot of his videos again. And just every time a new survivor comes on screen, that Anakin's just like, oh, another one. And they just start listing all of the survivors for 66, which is now getting really long.
Oh my gosh, I know so many people. Well, like, I guess it makes sense when you think about it. Like, if like 40 out of 1,000 survived, that's still a pretty effective purge. But
yeah, how many were in the order? You had a lot.
There are thousands.
Yeah,
I think they said 3,000.
What I hope they do for the next Jedi game is let you play as multiple characters. It'd be pretty cool to have something. Maybe you can play as Marin and have almost a Assassin's Creed type of deal with her. She can stealth around and you can switch between them. Have more of a. I want more of a classic open world. Would be cool. Because even what they did in the last game was still kind of levelly. I like them to make it a little more square and I don't know. I guess let me roam around a little more and have more dynamic encounters that just with random things. That's kind of what I wanted to do is open the game up a little bit more. let you have some freedom to choose what. I know they kind of did in the last one, but it still felt restricted. But yeah, if you could switch between maybe, I don't know, even 2-3 characters, maybe not all the time, but just in various like open world parts, that'd be kind of cool for like side missions and stuff. And I'd also like for the game to run a lot better on PC. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, what I would like as a surprise, just a surprise Battlefront 3 drop, like trailer.
Oh man,
they've been working on it this whole time. Didn't say anything.
Master Orgus sent me to drive back the Flesh Raiders.
Are you invisible on your screen?
Visible? No.
Oh, yeah, I see your weapon, but that's it.
Huh. No, I can see me.
Yeah, you got a floating sword.
Powerful or not, there's no one else coming.
Looks like it's coming through on YouTube, so that's good. Oh, this dude.
Yeah, that's because it's your feed.
Oh, so I saw, that's something we did. I saw the Minecraft movie, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said kids liked it. You liked it enough?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. Jack Black, this is one of his more Jack Blacky type roles. He's very, I don't know. You know how like every now and then when you think Jim Carrey's all washed up, he comes back out swinging with something?
Yeah.
That's kind of how this felt. Like Jack Black found his mojo again.
Sure, because in the trailers it just kind of looks like he's just doing normal Jack Blacky things, but
yeah, and I mean it's still very much Jack Black. He's not going to win an Oscar or anything, but still, yeah, it's funny. It's he does I think 2 songs randomly, and they don't feel out of place. They feel totally normal. I didn't know anything about Minecraft. I don't really play it, and no, I don't play it. I haven't played Minecraft. I know.
dude, you and I could get lost in
Yeah.
the sauce on Minecraft. We could be building some extravagant things.
Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna go back to Calicori Village. But the movie was, I thought it was a lot of fun, and it really made Minecraft kind of appealing. I've had more interest in playing it now than I ever had before, so I guess they did something right with the movie. But like, I don't know, there was a scene with an Enderman, is what Liam told me it was called, and it was so. I'm telling you, it was so iconic in its own moment that it was like seeing the Dementors in Harry Potter for the first time. I was just like, they did a really good job with that. The Enderman is crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy in game too. Not gonna lie, for a game that's as cozy as that one, when you see one of those things, it's like it's really out of place. It kind of terrifies you a little bit the way they move.
There's some backroom stuff.
Master Orgus responded.
Yeah, we'll probably go see it soon.
I was to meet him here. What's happening?
We'll like it.
Nothing.
I had fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it. The boys really liked it.
I haven't seen or spoken to Master Orgus.
Someone sent Master Orgus a distress call from here. Who was it?
I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. Your master will turn up. Why don't you stay a while? You must be exhausted.
What was that? Oh, I thought you were faking some kind of like romantic gesture.
What are you doing?
Matriarch, step aside. Handing over the boy's master wasn't enough. This Padawan has to die.
I told you to leave him alone. That was the pact.
This Padawan
You
has to
refused
die.
your terms. This is to save our people.
What did you inject me with?
The toxin will make this easier on everyone. Binglemore came to me, said he'd end the Flesh Raider attacks if we gave him your master.
He asked us to kill you too. But I said no. I told him we'd keep you here. You'd be safe. And my people would have a protector.
If we don't do what we're told, Binglemore will kill us.
This is so weird because my gut instinct with this game is to pick the worst decision
I know.
now.
I figured that'd be hard for you.
You don't want to hurt anyone. You want to leave here peacefully.
Kill them all.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
We should leave here peacefully.
Yes, better that way. Here, perhaps you can use these. We don't need them.
This was all a terrible
Joker.
mistake. It wasn't
Do it.
supposed to happen.
Do it.
Do it.
Give in to your anger.
Save us all.
I'll be the devil on the shoulder.
Devil's gonna win this time.
Your ignorance astounds me.
Everything just happened so fast.
Your ignorance astounds me. That's the nicest way of saying something stupid.
Activate your droid. It might know where to find them. You can forgive me, can't you?
I'm gonna say that to somebody tomorrow. When they get me mad.
I don't condone what you've done, but I understand.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Tell me what I can do to make this right.
Oh man, not this
You're
time.
not fit to lead your people. You have to step down.
You're right. I'm not the matriarch my mother was. My people should hear what's happened. It's best if I tell them. I hope you find your master.
Me too. He owes me a lightsaber.
Yeah, it's some droid repair.
Moore took my master someplace called the Forge. Do you know where that is?
Line up these cutscenes.
Jedi Archivist. How may I help you?
Transmit everything you know about the Forge to my droid T7.
That area is considered highly dangerous. May I inquire why you need this data?
Flesh Raiders captured Master Orgus and took him there.
By the stars, what perfectly awful timing. The Temple Masters are all indisposed fighting Flesh Raiders. I will alert them immediately, but they may be unable to assist you. Transmitting data now.
Okay.
Go get your lightsaber.
I think it'd be pretty cool if they did like a Star Wars LARP. Like specifically Star Wars one. That'd be pretty sweet.
What is you people's fascination with LARPing? I don't understand.
Fun.
Why? It's not fun. It's just stressful.
Because you get to pretend you're you get to get in a costume and pretend that you're someone else and hit them with sticks.
You do that every day.
Not every day.
Okay, every other day. Why can't you just do it at home?
Because I can't hit random strangers at home.
You can.
No,
Just be
you can't.
consequences.
Yeah, the consequence would be there be random strangers at my home. I don't want that.
That's true. I don't know. I don't understand the LARPing thing. I could do it. I could go to one if everyone promises not to interact with me. I would not want to. I cannot talk to anybody in a character or talk to somebody that is acting as a character. That I wouldn't mind watching it from afar. I just don't want to be involved. Much like a Ren Fair. Just let me be outside of the aquarium. That's where I am. You guys can all be in the fishbowl. I just want to watch the fishbowl with a nice sandwich. Be a Reuben.
Well, I tell you what. You put on a fancy little costume and I'll buy you the sandwich.
I think you need to up your offer substantially.
No, that's what I'm offering.
It's a take it or leave it. Then I'm leaving it. I'll be here. I'll
Have fun
DoorDash a
storming the
sandwich.
castle.
I'll DoorDash it. $30 sandwich.
I have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you go out to eat, if you ever go out to eat,
I do.
is there ever a time where you do not tip?
So you're talking about like sit down restaurant.
Yes, and a place where you would traditionally leave a tip. Have you ever not?
No.
Never.
No. If anything, I'm a very generous tipper. I tip over usually, unless it's clearly like a bad server, then I'll just give the minimum. But even then, I'm usually not. I mean, I'm a good tipper, but no, I've never not tipped. I'm usually like a 20% tipper, if not higher, depending on.
That's a huge tip.
Yeah. Most of the time, I mean, I would say I don't really rarely have a bad server. And usually the ones that are local that I frequent more, I will tip them better. But yeah, I'm a good tipper. Why have you not tipped? I want to hear this.
So, many moons ago, back in the old active duty days, we would go to lunch pretty regularly, or breakfast more often than lunch. And sometimes when there was a group of like 12 or 20 of us or whatever, and the service wasn't good, I would not tip. And then, after the meal, everyone always talks about how much they tipped. And they asked me, and I'd say, I didn't leave a tip. And they'd be like, why? I said, oh, I wouldn't need to. I know this guy thought this girl was cute, so he left an obscene amount of tips.
Well, that's
and,
a whole different.
They'd ask him, they'd be like, yeah, how much did you tip? Oh, I gave her $20. And be like, bro, your meal was $11.
Yeah, that's a little different with the group dynamic. I mean, I would still tip, but I can see now that's not as egregious as I was thinking. That she's still getting tips, and obviously probably more than she would anyway, but that's a whole different situation. Yeah. I think tip culture needs to go away though. Entirely. It's getting.
You mean shouldn't it be on the consumer to pay?
Yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with this, except for maybe the
tip.
The people, the waiters and wait staff probably are making more money that way, I would assume, than not. I guess I don't know. I've never worked in that industry. Maybe I could be completely wrong about that, but maybe it depends where you work and how much work you're getting. I could see definitely not making enough either, but I don't know. Yeah, tips are getting too much, especially when food prices keep rising. When you're paying $50 meal and you got another slap on another tip, it's like, I don't know. I think to make the industry healthier, you have to take away tip culture. I don't eat out enough to. It's a really problem.
What's your favorite sit-down place?
What's my favorite what?
Sit-down place.
Oh.
Food?
Well, this is going to sound bad. Well, partly because I don't go to big city land so rarely. So my options are limited to the 30-mile radius I live in. So out of those, I would say Applebee's. I know it gets hate, but I like Applebee's. It's always been good.
Applebee's is a solid answer, man. No hate.
It's never bad. It always is just the same each time I'm there. I know probably other Applebee's are. Josh was telling me the other day that he had a bad Applebee's, but my Applebee's is fine. It's good. I wouldn't go there just let's go to Applebee's. I'm not driving that far just for Applebee's, but I'm going to the movies. Go to Applebee's.
Sure.
Nice. Other than that, I just go to Village Inn, which is cheap and whatever. Been the same
Have
as
you seen that
as I've been
trailer
alive.
for it's got Jenna Ortega in it. It's a trailer. Oh man, it's the unicorn movie or
Yeah, that
something.
movie
Have you
looks
seen that
awful.
trailer?
This is quite the segue, but that movie looks like a disaster in the making. I don't know
What?
what.
It looks so funny.
It does not look funny. That looks terrible. I don't
Oh
even know
my
what the hell is
God.
going on in that thing. That looked like a fever dream that someone had, and then somehow they got funding to make a movie. I'm interested to see if that all comes
I
together.
wanna see it.
I've only seen the one trailer, though. Is there multiple?
I think there's 2 now. Yeah.
Maybe the second one might make it peace. The first trailer was like, what is this? Why did this exist? I also wonder how they got Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega to agree to do that.
What? Paul Rudd doesn't seem like the guy that says no to a lot.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He's not in that much, is he?
No. Well, I mean, he is. I mean, he's not like an unknown or anybody. Like,
No, but yeah, I guess he's not as probably well worked as some actors. What was he best known for before Ant-Man? Like, I know Paul Rudd existed, and I just can't remember what his claim to fame was at the time.
some rom-com, I think.
I know he was in, like, bit parts in Friends and other shows, but I can't remember what his it thing was. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll tackle at the same exact time. How in the world did we segue from restaurants to that movie?
No, the will of the Force guided me here for justice.
About to slap that
SWTOR
squid face off your
calls.
with my training
Worked
stick.
on Coruscant. You never saw our greatest cut down or watched the temple burn.
Fisto him hard.
I escaped that destruction and seen the old master surrender to the Sith. They exterminated us, and he gave up.
That's why you brought Master Orgus here? To make him pay?
The weak will be sacrificed here to make the Forge stronger.
Hey man, take your hammerhead shark friends and just go away. Spank you with my training blade. Stick.
Jedi Order must be reborn from ashes.
Or, here's an idea. I kill you. Aha! Oh.
Finish him.
Ah, fish man.
Why has the Force guided me to this defeat? You're stronger than any Jedi I've known. You could redeem the Order and destroy the Sith. I understand. You are the weapon I came to forge.
I hope you appreciate the irony of me killing you.
That didn't sound very Jedi-like.
Oops. Sorry. Instincts.
I have spent a lifetime learning the paths to power. That knowledge
Red
is
flag.
yours. Let me leave Tython and prepare the galaxy for your ascendance. I will deliver the gifts you need to reclaim your destiny.
You'll get the help you need, Bengal. But you can't leave here.
Oh yeah.
Different character, same result.
I love what the options are. Punch him. I don't know why, but in the world of Star Wars, it always seems way more personal when it comes down to good old fisticuffs.
must have you to thank for being alive.
I captured Bengal Moore, Master. He's resting quietly.
You've done a great thing. He deserves us.
I imagine this guy's just Billy Bob Thornton.
He witnessed on Carson broken, destroyed the gentle Padawan I trained.
Always
You,
drunk.
however, faced a challenge beyond any trial I
Drunk Billy Bob.
Nothing more I can teach you.
Had a really good job in Padawan.
Left is for you to enter the forge.
You know, every time I think of Billy Bob Thornton, the mental picture that is forged in my mind is him playing Davy Crockett in the Alamo. You see, you've seen that? Like, can you picture him with the long hair? He's like all drunk with his fiddle. I don't want to go, Padawan.
Oh, that's good.
Haven't I done enough work for one day?
Creating a lightsaber is more than work. You're building a connection to the Force. Normally, we make Padawans gather materials themselves, but you've proven enough. These are all the physical components. The rest will come from your mastery of the Force.
Ooh, your mastery.
Carry Bengal back to the Jedi Temple and get him help. Meet me there when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready. Instruct your lights. Shall.
Ancient Ford, where millennia of Jedi have constructed their lightsabers. I don't think he's part of it.
It's a Gorn. I mean, Ron Universe.
This weapon will be a light in the darkness.
Also known as a flashlight.
Also known as a lightsaber. Huh? Huh?
It's a laser sword to you.
It's a laser sword.
Be careful, you might accidentally bleed it real quick. With no effort whatsoever.
I sense something close. Something.
And this is how he
naked.
dies. That is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
That is the worst lightsaber design.
It's like a Tonka tool kit.
It looks. No, it looks like a flashlight, like a World War II flashlight.
What was that button? It was like the jitterbug of lightsabers. Here's your on button.
They're just called a torch. Yes, look at my lightsaber. Me no like lightsaber. Rawr.
I always hate this because your lightsaber's not equipped. So it's kind of like, you know.
Don't get to use it, right?
Well, I guess you could switch it real fast, but it's kind of an oversight on their part. They should auto-equip it. Make sure you don't miss how to turn it on. Look for the big red button.
Big red button.
Ooh, that's nice. This is a fight you must do alone. So what's the story of your guy gonna be? What are you thinking?
Oh, it's just a good guy. There's no backstory.
Oh, he just got pummeled. It's the end of his story.
Hey. He... Son of a...
Swipe that kill.
Yes, well. Okay.
Got a harpoon, you gotta use it.
Young Padawan, pass me the drink. My master. He's a drunk. A wee. A wee.
Oh, you know what show I would like? I'd like a show set between Ahsoka's show and Mandalorian and End of Return of the Jedi, where Ahsoka and Luke just tool around and she trains them and they just have a good old time. I don't know, doing things,
Yeah,
doing Jedi things.
I would love to see that.
Those two
Well,
interacting.
Dave said he's got that. Dave said he's got that story. He says he knows how Ahsoka and Luke meet.
It'd be so cool if they just tool around and do some Jedi stuff and train, and you can see him develop, and it'd be so cool.
Go to the Jedi Temple, Katina.
That actually would be my number one thing
Sure.
for an animated show.
Luke and Ahsoka?
Yeah. Just kind of a lighter show, nothing, just kind of doing some Jedi stuff, training, maybe finding people that survived.
Jedi were not very handicap friendly.
Wow. I mean, technically, I guess they have floating chairs, right?
All right, I think this is a good stopping point. Anything else you would want to chat about?
I had one thing, but I've already forgot.
Oh no.
I guess that's it. Well, you're in the cutscene. I didn't want to ruin it, and then of course, old man brain. It's fleeting. It was good though.
You'll have to remember it then.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right,
you for watching, everybody. Hold on, we gotta sign off. You can't just leave. This isn't your normal.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. How dare me? Thank you, people, for spending time with us as we played Star Wars.
Thank you, everybody. Until next time, we'll be streaming tomorrow. Or I will be. Till tomorrow. Good night. Goodbye.
Big old highway, don't take me far from my home. My dear girl, she hates to be alone. Whiskey bottle, high up on the shelf. Take my blues, take my worry, but don't take nothing else. Winding river, whisper stories to me. Through the state lines and forever forests, wash me down to the sea.